On horses, on the hunt for a VW bus. Yes, we are. Got my two sisters with me, and we are in an undisclosed location looking for this elusive bus that's apparently in a barn out here. Envelope full of cash. Alright, so we got two front wheels going.
Wow!
Yeah, baby.
Rat Haven.
Look at that. All right, in this episode, we do a complicated layout of the front tub panel and get to work making it happen. Let's do it. All right, guys, quick recap of the last episode. We used some technology to carve out the lettering. We embossed it with the old bead roller, little touch up with the hand tools. We got into press embossing some ribs and wire edging the side panels, and got both sides installed on the bus. All right, here is my layout for my big piece. It's going to go from passenger side to driver side, kind of in the front leg area. I am very worried that I'm going to mess this up and I'm going to be out of sheet metal. So hopefully it all works out. I'm worried about doing these dimples that it's going to distort it crazy. So these are all bend lines, the little pockets, bead roll, hem, bends. Yikes.
Close your eyes.
Alright, we are in the final sheet metal stages here, folks. And this is the last piece for my giant tub. So we're going to be bead rolling like a pocket here, and then bends all of the little ribs, and then this is all bend lines here for a nice curve where it'll curve up. So let's do it. And we want to actually tip this up as much as we can to eliminate. See how it made that up? See how it's not doing that line now? Yep. I mean, ideally you'd have a brake that would be able to break a big old long panel like this, but we don't have one. Huh? No. And I've tried to, like, where you break a little bit and move it along the edge. They say that works, but I've never had success doing that. Alright, so that was first pass. Now we're going to make a second pass. Hopefully we can fix square some of this up here.
Close your eyes.
You might have to put that on the stretcher or something. See that little...
Is that for the jam list?
No, know what happened there. It kind of like fell. What we're trying to do here, folks, is do a hem. So we're just trying to roll that metal edge. We did 90 and now we're past 90 and then we're going to roll it closed so it has a nice strong edge. And simultaneously, we are going to put this piece of welding rod in there. The main thing is you got to hold it down in there tight. Ready? You got it, Mark. Really not hitting that way. Probably grab a little tool or something to hold it in. Alright, last one. Hopefully it's holding it down there at the bottom. Yeah, it is. Really should probably, before we close this, probably should have done it beforehand, sprayed it with some well-through primer. Alright, so now, that's looking really good. I don't know if you can see that, cameraman. So now we want to run just inside and really seam it closed. So there's the setup we got. So now we're gonna be pushing right up against the edge. I got a 45 in here and it'll just kind of close that hem right up. We'll let you ride over here this time, Mr. Camera. Here, we'll even zoom in for you. Oh yeah. All right. An hour long we make a hem.
A little bit more or no? Well, it's closing, but I didn't get the end.
How's that look on the other side now? That looks pretty good. Probably could put another washer behind there if we had one and close that up even tighter. hitting on that edge. Let me look at my dies here and see what else we could do. Last run. Kind of gnarred it up there, right there a little bit. That's Alright, we are going to be pressing in all of these ribs, which what I'm using here is this 1/8 inch thick piece of steel that I've shaped to my rib size. We tape it on the panel like that where we want it, and then I've got a 1/4 inch piece of rubber under there on the plates, and it just squishes it in there just like I did all those other panels. And in the meantime, Gavin's over here on the lift in our tight little shop here working on his car. Plates. And then we'll probably do like one high print, you know, like one on each end. I'm always waiting for like something to explode in my face.
I still have that fear from Jared.
Of what?
From Jared.
What? What did he do?
When he was pushing the ball joint out,
Oh, yeah.
that press there, and had to press the force of the press.
Alright. Check that out. Ba-bam! Alright, let's do all... How many are on here? About 20? Let's go on. Got a little distortion to it. Let's see the backside of it. I think the backside looks cooler. How they're just more like that cool taper to it. But all right, so now we got to do a little hammer dollying to try to get some of this distortion out, and then we'll do the bends.
Close your eyes.
awfully close. It was all day making that panel basically right there, but it looks sweet. It's almost nice and perfectly straight. I gotta redo this piece here, I think, and do the rollover on this and make all that jive. And then of course this piece here has to get trimmed. But I left it long. Man, that looks great. I love it. All right, guys, in the next episode, we will be working on the seat frame and adding some gussets for the seat mounts, turning some custom linkages for the seat frame movement, and we will be working on modifying the front floor pans to get rid of some of the holes that it has that we don't need anymore. Hey friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know the drill. And check that bell so that you get notified every time I put up a new video. My ultimate dream is to do YouTube full time, and I can't do it without you guys. See you at the next one. Peace. Oh yeah.